Hey, you. So, I wanted to say once again, thank you for being on my YouTube channel and do remember to subscribe. And I love the fact that you want to ask me questions and actually very, very heavyweight ones. And you've asked me which are my favorite books or authors, and I'll tell you something about reading. So here's my big belief that because you can't go everywhere in the world, you've got to read. Okay, so that's what I do. I read. And if I take you through my journey of reading from a child, I was the famous five, Secret Seven, Nancy Drew, Hardy Boys chick. I read The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. And I remember a couple of years ago when The Chronicles of Narnia was made into a movie, I was like, yay! And to watch it, and I thought, maybe I don't like everything else, but they got Aslan right. Yes, that lion was straight on. I have read, and I love espionage. I'm one of those people. So Frederick Forsyth, Jeffrey Archer. I love that through my teenage years. I'm also a sucker for romance, but I like good romance. So I won't read Sidney Sheldon, Danielle Steele. I love Barbara Cartland. Look her up. She does old-fashioned romance, and I love that kind of stuff. Also, I love my autobiographies, and I still think in this day and age, you must put it on your book list to read Obama's Dreams of My Father. I've never read the book. What I did when the book came out is that he did an audiobook, and he narrates it himself. So wonderful reading because he speaks very well. What else have I always loved? The Fourth Protocol. The Fourth Protocol was Frederick Forsyth. He did The Day of the Jackal, and I think you can still find those books. And for me, it was because of my dad. That's what he read. John Le Carre, I loved it. Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy. So you can tell I'm crazy about espionage books. Tolkien. I read Tolkien almost 100 years ago. So when The Hobbit and The Lord of the Rings and that whole trilogy came out, I was like, wow, you guys are like 10 years late. I've already been there, done that. Harry Potter, and I don't read, the ones that have been made into movies. No, actually, if you go into the bookstores, there's the tiny books, and those are just fabulous. There's a child in me that's refused to grow up, so I love Harry Potter. But I also read daily. I read anything from Newsweek to Cosmo. I read anything from a Beano, yes, and a Dandy, to, I don't know, a GQ. I will read Time and Vanity Fair, and I'll read Esquire. I'll read Parents Magazine. If you're in media and you don't read, you are doing a disservice not only to yourself but also to the audience that you serve. So you've got to read, and you cannot be discriminating about the material you read. I hate people who decide they're going to be snobs. No, I don't read that, and I don't read that. Shut up and read something. I'd rather you read something than nothing at all. However, if I really was to be stranded on a desert island and you asked me, what would you take with you? I'll take Calvin and Hobbes. I love Calvin and Hobbes. And I'd also take a book I read last year that I love very much, and I think the movie's also just as good, and it is The Fault in Our Stars. As a matter of fact, I want to recommend that you buy it and you read it. And also borrow the movie. It's brilliant. So yeah, that's me and reading. I devour knowledge, so I will never give you a favorite author or favorite book, okay? So now you know. Want to ask me something else? Go right ahead. But remember, I'm not answering any questions if you haven't subscribed. So subscribe. Thank you.